This should be about where we left off. So let's get things moving again. And let me point out again why I've got these watch posts spread around. I went ahead and put this one in. It's kind of short. It only holds one patroller, one watchman. And of course the watchmen, they go to these little towers. You can see there's one in there right now. They stay there for a little while, sometimes a few seconds, sometimes maybe even more than a minute. But of course you want the watchtower entrance, the ladder, to be right here, pointing in this general direction, because that way it'll cover all the houses. And this circle will slowly bleed off if they don't have a patrolman come by. So I had to put this one here to keep these two houses patrolled. For some reason, the guys that I've got down here, now let me turn this around. See, here we've got a bailiff office, and back here we have another watchtower, but we made it taller, and it's got, a total of 3 patroller and 3 watchmen. Well, the patrollers weren't going all the way down to these two houses very often, and they would even turn red, and once that that green ring turns red, the gap keeps growing, and once that gap goes all the way around, then this will downgrade. And I didn't want the house to downgrade, because as it is right now, without doing anything else in the way of getting fancy with, fencing and whatnot, which I'll end up removing anyway at some time. And I haven't even done the beautification yet. What you see there? Right now, it's all about the patrol coverage and the light fortification. Now, light fortification, you can check on by going up here and clicking right there. And all the purple zone is where you've got fortification. Different things will provide it, like the tower on the church. That's our tax office. And the Lord's Manor. And these little towers help some also. And any kind of a tower that you've got helps provide fortification. So if you've got a lot of purple, and it includes all the housing that you have on your map, even though the population itself is kind of small, we're up to 72. Of course, you could do this earlier when you've only got maybe, say, 40, 50. That's usually a good time to start with this. Then, of course, you're going to have everybody covered, and the houses are going to upgrade. And they're going to fill up. The reason, of course, why they fill up the way they do, the occupants, you could just rest your cursor there for a second, and you can see the transporter, forager, stonemason, patroller, and another stonemason. Now, it strikes me odd that they would want to live that far away from where they work. Sometimes they don't live very far, or they choose a place. But that's one way to get them to move, kind of on a volunteer basis, is by having the house to upgrade. Now, doing this sort of upgrade to where they'll have a full 10 people slots available, it's going to take a while. If I go into progression, you look here, you see, I'm going to have to get all the way down to, I think it's here, before I'll get a better option. And, no, it wouldn't be the stone bridge. It might be city walls. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're not over 500 right now. So I'm going to hold off on activating this. I'll kind of skip around a little bit because I'm looking for certain advantages. Like right now, I can afford, I've had enough military action under Kingdom to go ahead and get this done. It's kind of early. I really don't need it right now. So the more I think about it, I still haven't even installed these yet. Even though I've already got a bow regiment, or see, they don't call it regiment, they call it company. I got a spear company, which I started with, of course. And we've got the castle rustic architecture. This would be a real good one. Fortification, yeah, that'd be kind of nice, but it's limited. See, I don't need another treasury right now. And I can hold off on the rest of this and even this for a while. even though I'd love to have that one, since it gives me more employees. But I don't have a farm. I'm not making any luxury items. And I kind of have to be able to put this in before this will open up. So let's see. Ooh, we need more splendor before we do this. This, of course, is all based on how much prosperity we have. And we've got plenty of that. More than we need for this to be open. But some of these, as you can see, have prerequisites. See, I haven't even got the goods market, the clothing, farming, tooling, butchering, hunting. So that kind of limits which ones I can play with. Now, the city fencing would make good sense if I had more territory and moved people around to have the particular organization I want. My organization would be, this would be in the center, along with the church. This would be outside of that center area, big circle. And this would be on its own, since it's kind of like a city within itself. But in order for me to have these particular manufacturing operations, I have to have them pretty close to this, or I have to provide them with towers that provide protection. So right now, castle fortification kind of makes sense. Yeah, I'm going to invest in this one. And that's the only thing I can invest in right now, because I don't have the coins I need. They kind of have a copper look to them. Coins of influence. I don't want to spend any more gold right now. I've already got all of these done until we get the splendor up. So that's pretty much it, I guess, as far as a briefing goes. But once you figure out the mechanics of the game, you can skip around on which ones you do, since it's going to eat up your gold no matter what you decide. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this off. Get back to a normal display. Alright, so what is our priority? I would say check out the troops, because we just don't have much in the way of kingdom influence coins. We're not doing too bad otherwise. So let's go over here and look at the army. Nice. We can't send out the bow company. We've already sent out the castle company's spears, because they've got something going on here. It has issues. No weapons. Oh, so I'm going to have to start making weapons. Otherwise, I can't send them to this first mission and get their might up. So that's going to be my priority. So we'll go down here. We'll click here. Weapons are going to be in here, I do believe. And we're going to want to move it all the way over. Now, spear, yeah, I should go ahead and get that started. Now, anywhere in the purple will work for me, even over here. But I have a tendency to want to put my manufacturing, oops, I'm outside of my territory, pretty close to where I'm going to use them. I can't be too close, and over here would work real well, because I'm not that close to the housing. Even over here would work. Over here by the church, now you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put them right over here. Over here in these bushes, since I can't do anything with them. And where's the front door on this thing? Good question. That's as far back as I could go. Now let's see. Yep, as long as we stay in the purple, we'll be good. See, all requirements are met. The next thing is, of course, how much gold we got. We're up to 500, and that's all based on trade and taxes. So we'll go ahead and start that. But I also need to get the bow started, which is here. And we'll get a bird's eye view. Let's see. We don't want to get too close, because the blueprints or footprints will be overlapping, and that's never good. Oh, well, let's see. We've got entrance and exits. What if we turned it this way? How's the footprint look now? Yeah, I can't get too close here because of the rocks. Well, we'll put it at a slight angle, since if we don't, we're going to have them touching here. Go ahead and pay the 50. Oh dear, we're all the way down to... I really don't like pushing it that far. Primarily because if I get some traveling merchants coming through, and they're checking out what they want to buy and what they want to sell, I'm going to be using up some of these. So I don't want to... Oh, that's going to take 8. And that one's going to take 8. But we've got them in the purple, so the fortification is taken care of. So I'm going to have to stop there, I think. Speed the game up a bit. Go all the way to 3. As far as this rock formation over here goes, I may just be removing it to get it out of the way. Because if I put another tower back here, anything that needs fortification would have a nice big spot of purple to be built in. But you don't want to send out any of your troops without a weapon. And the short bow is not a very effective weapon. Now, I'm going to want to have more spearmen and more swordsmen. So I'm going to go ahead and click here, like we did before. Now, if you've been watching all the videos, see the roof. Yeah, I think the roof looks like a match. Let's get a closer look again. Yeah, that looks right. I like to keep things matching up instead of getting things kind of going every which direction. And let's go ahead and bring it up. That looks all right. Now it's in the purple, so we've got everything taken care of. Uh-oh. We just made ourselves another bow encampment. No, I don't want to do that. So let's go over here and undo. All right. So what I need to do is I need to go here first and say we can have these guys, and these guys. So this time let's go with another spear. Now we'll pick a building and square it up, raise it up, and now it needs a dummy. Until it has a dummy, it won't be satisfied, and that's the kind of dummy it needs. So we'll get it pretty close, look to see if we're squared up pretty good. Yeah, then we'll rotate it. That looks pretty good for the most part. Move it kind of close. In fact, let's move it over here since we'll have bowmen right there shooting at this target. We don't want to get too close, even though the game will probably not ever offer injuries while those guys are over there beating on that target. All right, got both of these in, so let's go ahead and get them ready for use. So we click here. We've got to assign a function to it. Well, it's kind of obvious they're going to produce one spear, but later on we'll have an option to make better spears. So, of course, we say spear. Now we can start adding people to work there. Same thing with this building. The only thing they can make, of course, right now is short bow, just like it says right there. It's the only thing they can make right now. But we got to assign a function, then we get the option to put people in there to work. Now, notice what they need. They need wood, not a problem. They need cloth, well, it could be a problem. And they need tools. See, 1, 1, 1. And that way they can make one bow. And, of course, they would prefer that this would be a commoner. When they're still serfs, they're only about 50% efficient at best. Even as they gain levels, there's just not a lot more efficiency possible. As a commoner, they're closer to about 75% efficient at best. Now notice it says commoner should be the highest rank. So that'll be the highest you'll ever want to put in there. You wouldn't want a citizen in there because a citizen wouldn't want the job. So now let's see, do we have anybody waiting to be hired? No, we don't. Now, that's not the only problem we have. If we look here, we have tools, but it's kind of limited. And we're not making them, so we have to buy them. Same thing's true about the cloth for when they're making the bows. And we don't have much left. Now they also need one other issue. And that issue, of course, is we need to go over here and check on what we can buy, because we can't make it yet. Cloth, we're only buying 6 at a time. See there? So whenever our supply gets below 6, they'll offer to sell us some more. Now I'm going to go ahead and raise that to 8. That'll keep me going for quite a while. They're still not selling us any clothing for some reason. Now, as you know, wood is not a problem. So what is the next problem? Right there. Iron. We're not making any iron. So we're going to have to buy it. And we want to get it up to, I would say, maybe more than 6, but it's really going to hurt this right here. Whenever you're buying stuff, it's really going to kick you in the teeth, so to speak. And it's going to, of course, affect this, because, see, that's bleeding off our reserves. See, we're already down to the 200s. Ouch. We just sold some stuff, so now we're back up. But in any case, this is what we're going to have to buy for a while. And they're going to use up 1 each time they make something. Then we'll have to wait until they come around again. We've already set up tools. So I'm going to make this 8 too. There we go. We'll bring that up to 8 also. And that'll get us by for a while. But we'll have to take the drag on our coins. And at this stage in the game with more than 50, I need this number to stay up into the 500s, if at all possible. So I never get into a problem with stuff I want to buy. Let's see, what do we got down here? We got a female. And I'm not ready to make another company just yet, so I'm going to put her to work. And I'm going to put her making bows. Spears. But she does not have what she needs. See there? She only needs wood. She only needs these. And I've not even set up a place for that to be bought and sold yet. So since we're over here, that's where we're doing the iron, and the guys are all taking a break because they're full. So we want to go ahead and increase this one more time, because we're going to have traveling merchants and other visitors asking to do a trade. So that'll keep us out of trouble. It'll also put these miners back to work over here. Now we need to have a place for the product that is made, and that's the iron. Now right now we're just buying. So whenever the trader comes by and sells us some, because we have enough gold, then we'll be able to see this start to climb up. And then our little lady over here who's making spears will be able to come over, grab some of what she needs, the iron, bars or bricks, whichever you want to call it. And of course, we got to leave this alone for a little while for the same reason. See there? She needs the wood, she needs the cloth, and she needs the tools before she can make a bow. So our bow company, which is right here, will not have weapons for quite a while. Now, if I wasn't hurting so much and this number was closer to 500, I would go ahead and install the next one, which is swords. But I'm going to have to be patient and wait. Oh, they did offer a female. So let's take the female. And let's put her over here, even though she's going to be bored for quite a long time, waiting for the materials to show up. And right now it's all about the iron. Now, knowing that selling weapons, even these first level Iron Age weapons, is a good coin maker, and I've already set it up that if I have more than 15, I want to sell them. And of course, these were free from the king. Don't have any of these made yet. We want to focus on getting iron smelter going. Now the problem is, as before, we don't have any real territory. And we really can't afford to buy any territory right now. So the best we could do is just keep sending out the troops. Can't send them out. These guys are already busy. trying to come back with some fish, some berries, some more coins, and a performance reward, which shows up, of course, over here at the last slot. They've already gotten a 3. 2 of them got wounded. None of them got killed. They came back with this much gold, and they came back with this much influence coin. And that's what made it possible for us to go over here and start fixing up some of the stuff. Now, we do have some more influence coin to work with. Boy, this is a tough one here. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do this one for now, because this guy's a waste. I can't do anything with him until I have heavy fortification. And that's way down here somewhere. Well, it might be here. Stone castle walls. Yeah, I think that's where it is. But this is nice to have. I keep forgetting half that's dead. That would be real nice to have, because that makes it possible for you to add 5 more to your company, whatever you got. Let's go ahead and do this one for now. See that? It gives us slightly better towers than what we're putting out in there right now. It also gives wood fencing for our castle keep, which is, I guess it's okay, but it doesn't seem very useful right now. All right, so right click on that. And let's go ahead and get the rustic architecture done, so we can start doing a little bit better on our building types. This is your new keep, your new castle keep. This is your new towers around the castle. These are some more structures. Not a great deal, but you can only have one kind of keep, either the stone one or the one that we've already got, which is made out of wood. And let's see, we don't have the coins. We have to run more missions to open up these. And oh man, they're still bleeding us dry here, so we can't be spending any more gold. So we're pretty well stuck. Now we do have spears. We could look at that over here. We've got 15, so putting another spear company together would make sense to do it now. So what I would do is I go around looking for guys to rob. Okay, I'm going to rob this guy right here. That's one. Those are females. Oh, wait a minute. What have we got going now? 2. And the rest of them are females. Not in the market for females right now. There's 3. All right, how about here? 4 and 5. Well, I'll take him next time, I guess. All right, so now we remember, wait for about, 15 to 20 seconds. And now we should be able to get another spear company going. There we go. Now we should be able to add all 5, and they'll get busy training. I'll go ahead and right click. Okay, we've just filled out another one. Now the reason why I want those guys to get trained up fairly soon, because if I go back over here, I've got nobody doing their first mission. I can't send the bow company until they have weapons. And right now they have no might because they have no weapons. Now once these guys get trained up enough to where we start getting a check mark right here, instead of this has issues, those issues could be lack of training, wounded, whatever. I can send them up there, and then I get some more gold coins and some more of this influence coin, like you see right there. And I can open up more stuff in tier level 2. These guys are going to be busy for a while. They don't really tell you how long the mission's going to last, which can be aggravating, but you just have to wait and see. Right now, they're not doing so bad. They're doing fine, all green across the board. Of course, this one gives me more information. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the new guys. The older guys are all green, so they're doing fine with that mission. But that mission is going to be active until this goes away and the box returns. Now, something else you can do. If we click here and we start seeing a lot of these guys are getting injured, we can call them back to kind of minimize the damage. But right now their might is now 168. That's a huge improvement. But they can only do these other 2 missions also. I usually do, one, 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 and then I repeat. Usually I'll repeat here because if I get enough bread, I can open up another trade route. They won't let me do these. I don't think they're going to let me do this until their might is well over 360 or so. Usually you go for double. Now, if I go for double, that's going to be, what's that, 560? Yeah, I think that'd be 560. I don't think that's possible until we have steel weapons. Something that won't happen for a long time. First weapons crafted. So we made our first spear. Let's increase taxation. Well, I don't know. I might have to wait on that one. I don't have that much of a population. Alright, did they find something back here? Yeah, they found some quartz. Well, we're not quite in the market for quartz yet. So I'll just kind of ignore that fact. Oh dear, look at that. They're bleeding us dry like crazy. And now you know why. Boy, that sucks. They're going to keep bleeding us dry. And the only way I can stop that is I got to go up here and stop buying stuff. Like, turn that off. Turn those off. Turn these off. And I'll just have to get by with whatever I can sell, which isn't very much. But that's the only way I can change that at this point. And if I buy another territory, well, that just compounds my problems. I need to make more sales. So we just picked up some. And he didn't try to sell us anything, so the bleeding will reduce. But it says if I want to further reduce the hemorrhage on the gold coins, I've a minus 21 in trade. Wow, we bought quite a bit, didn't we? Well, we're not doing that anymore. Wages, well, unless we fire a bunch of people, we can't do that. And of course, that would bite us in the butt anyway because we wouldn't have much to sell. Territory upkeep's not too bad, but general upkeep for the buildings we have is biting us in the butt. So we would have to close down some buildings. So let's see, what could we afford to close down? Well, we've got to feed them, so we can't mess with this. Yeah. What else? What else? What else? Bread. We're not selling it. We're just holding on to it. It doesn't spoil. But, 25? I still show 0. I don't have any. Clothes, same thing. Still don't have any. That's a non-entity. That's later. A berry brew, they won't let us sell it. Is anybody drinking it? Let's pop out of here and take a look. All right, where is it? It's attached to the church. And they're full anyway. We could take this guy out of there and have him do something else. We could also just say, well, put this on a pause. Don't bother making any more. Because he does burn up some berries doing it. He takes 3 berries out or in order to make 1, or no, it says he makes 3 from 2 berries and water. I gave him water right there. Yeah, he's basically useless there, so let's take him out of there. They're not drinking this stuff anyway. Maybe it's something that only a commoner will drink. I'm guessing, but that's what I'm figuring. And what would we want to add to there that would make coin? Do we have the option of doing in? No, we don't. So we haven't bought that option. Let's see, don't I have somebody in here? Yeah, I do. Nobody's drinking this stuff, so let's go ahead and take them out of there. All right, let's see. How much of this do we have stored up in here? Oh, wow. You know what? We might as well take all these people out of here until we get rid of some of this. We do have a little bit of iron so the guy can keep making spears. Oh dear, they're still bleeding us dry. Look at that. What have we got going over here? I don't remember taking them out of there. Huh. Is it because I closed down the mine that it automatically closed down the storage? Yeah, I don't like that. Let's go ahead and put a female back. Oh, it's a male. Surely I got a female. There's a female. Take the males back out of here. Now, if you would, darling, stay in there. Don't come out. Because I think you're the only way that this person that's making swords can get back in there. Alright, so what's that? What is that? What the heck? They're all going back to work? Didn't I just take all of those people out of there? Weird, very weird. And I don't see an option to put this on pause. Well, I don't understand what's going on. It must be an automated thing. Alright, so we're missing somebody. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I just took them off the job. Alright, and we've already made that company. Oh, wait a minute, what have we got going here? He wants to, okay, I'll go ahead and do that. I seem to have a big surplus of that right now. There we go. That'll bring our total, well, they're still bleeding us dry. And it's the upkeep on the structures that we have. And the fact that we're not making enough trade. I've got 2 females in there, and they're not getting enough business. Oh, the other thing I need to do, even though that's going to kind of mess this up even worse, because I think they're going to charge me some upkeep. Let's see, what are they charging for upkeep right now? All right, this month is not quite over yet. Last month, we could compare if we want. See, we've got quests. We've made some gold from that. And taxes. We're making a little bit from the serfs, and we're up to 54. We made a little bit from trade, planks and polished stone. Oh, the wages we're paying are mostly to the militiamen, the army. Yeah, but we're also paying territory upkeep because we have 4 territories. And then we got this one here, logistics. We got a granary, tavern, warehouse. Yeah, we've got 2 of those. Resource production, Bower's hut, forester camp, 2 sawmills, spearman's hut, and 2 stonemason huts. For services, the rustic church is costing us 11, and we've got 2 administration, minus 43. Huh. What is 2 administration? Well, that's a total of 44. There it goes. The computer froze up for a second. Castle, manor house. Wow, that castle is expensive. I wonder if I reduced it in size, if it'd make any difference. Huh. I wonder. I don't want to reduce the manor house. Oh, we started a new month. Yeah, we did. We just started a new month. So this is what we were paying. And this is the new month starting. Let's see, iron deposit. That is costing us 23. That's the mining operation. No charges there. Village towers, yeah, we've got 3 of those. So that's the charge under fortification. Wow, it really adds up, doesn't it? Well, what are our choices? Charge more taxes, maybe? We're already suffering from a -5. Let's go ahead and increase this, even though that's kind of dangerous to do. That'll give us 150 a month from our 56 serfs. 6 per serf, that's 6 per month, I think. It's going to charge us 11 for impact, tax stored in buildings and maximum capacity. Wow. We've got 8 places, 8 houses, 12 houses that have tax for a total of 540. I think the 540 is how much I could collect within a month. It's not having any effect on labor, so these green coins are not going to depreciate or get ate up. And I've got 6 people that I need to find jobs for. Useful jobs. Oh, that's nice. I only picked up 2. Well, that's not very impressive. Oh, 3 of them got wounded. Ouch. They're not going to be able to go out for a while. I don't suppose they would give me a... That's one thing I can't do, is I can't decide if it's a male or a female that's going to go work. Now, what I could do... Yeah, that's what I thought. It's all males. So let's see. What happens if I put another male? All right, where else can we... Oh, right there. More males. Oh, that's it. So the only thing we had was males. Boy, I'm very tempted to make another company, but geez. We're just now getting back into the black. And that's per month, so it's going to take forever to build these coins back up. And is she able to make any bows? She's made 7 so far. But I don't think we've made a spot over here for bows yet. No, we haven't. So we'll put the bows in here, because that way we can arm our troops. And oh, no, we're not going to put steel there. Well, I guess we could, but then I'd have to have another one of these for the war rations. Well, anyway, where's our bow company? Our bow company is there. Does she have any bows to give him yet? No, not yet. That means the 7 that she's made are still over here. Yeah, they're still over there. And of course, nobody's out here shooting at the targets. She just made another one. Well, darn, we don't really have much choice. Unless we can find something else that we can sell. Let's see, what else could we sell? Well, I guess we'd have to look here first, wouldn't we? Let's see, they'll buy that, which we've already got started. They'll buy that, which we've already started. That's pretty much it. All right, let's see. Well, we don't have those. We don't have those. We don't have those to spare. Oh, we just satisfied something else. Alright, let's get back in there. Starting farming right now would probably be a mistake. That'd be another structure we'd have to pay for. Well, darn, we can't sell anything to you, can we? Oh, that would be a great moneymaker. But then we'd have the same problem again. We don't have enough of these extra to sell anything. Boy, we are in a pickle. Let's see. Well, I could sell the fish I've got, which isn't much. Oh, wait a minute. How did we get up to 160? So let's keep back almost nothing, say 10, and sell the rest. Did I send out somebody to pick up more fish? I know we did a trade for 50, but I don't remember trading for more fish. And I wasn't trying to buy any fish. Huh. We could start selling berries, it looks like. Let's see. We don't have any of that. Still don't have any bread. Yeah, still don't have any of that. They won't let us sell the berry brew, so that was kind of a wasted effort. We don't have the monastery up, so we're not going to have honey. Nobody wants to buy wood from us. I should set that up for emergency. Of course, we'd have to buy it. The planks, we're only well, I should hold back more than just 20 though, because our projects are going to get bigger. Yeah, I need to set this up for emergency, even though it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. Polished stone, we're only holding back 20. If we were producing more to sell, that would help. And nobody wants to buy, even though we have a surplus, unless they come in asking for it. Darn, I'm going to have to open that back up, because we're making weapons. Tools. Well, I can't build anything unless I open that back up. $15, and we've only got 2 to sell. Well, actually, I could reduce this, because we're only need 5 at a time right now. Not doing swords yet. We're only up to 378. So, well, that's pretty drastic what I just did, because that's really going to slow this down some more now that I've got these 2 open. But see, what are they charging us for iron? Not doing that one yet. Ooh, they're charging us 5. They're also charging us 5. So we would break even by selling 1 bow or 1 spear. Well, that's not a very good deal, because it takes wood, and in this case it also takes cloth. We're not producing either one right now, so we can't make a profit. If that's all they're going to pay for them, there's no way to make a profit. Huh. Now, if we were buying planks from somebody, let's see, who's selling planks? Anybody? Oh, geez, look at that. It charges 4 for the cloth for making bows. So selling bows is not a profitable business at all. No one else is offering planks for sale. Just us. Huh. Of course, they're only giving us one per plank. So we're not coming out ahead on that either. Well, darn. They got this game fixed up so there's no way to run a business where you just buy the raw materials, turn them into something, and then sell it at a profit. All right, she's got 5 in there. So does that mean our company of bowmen are ready to go to war? Oh yeah, they are. See the little check mark? Nothing going on. So let's send them right here. It's already highlighted, so now we just got to click here and deploy. We've got nobody going here, but this is the one I really need. The castle company should be able to handle that, and they're all good to go again. So we'll send them on the mission. Because I need bread to open up another trade route. I don't really need either one of these, except that's how we got more fish. I won't be able to send anyone else out, like this new spear company, until they've finished the first mission. Now the game does say that I should take them off of mission duty and send them out on patrol duty or guard duty for a little while. So let's put them on patrol duty. But that means I actually need another spear company or bow company to do the other one. Let's see what do you got here. All right, we'll go for it. And what do we got down here? We got a female, 2 females. And they're full again. So they've filled up. Yep, they're back to 100 each. And they have, oh, look at that. They've also got a jewel in there, or gems. And they're holding 110. So I should make a spot for that gem. Because if we ever get that far along in the game, selling jewelry is very profitable. In the meantime, I should go ahead and get the last 4 storage spots available. And it would make sense if, oh, well, I don't guess I can avoid it, can I? That berry bush. All right, rotate a little bit more. I think those lines are parallel, but that's not good. I gotta back it off. At least that far. Or do I want to put it somewhere else? Like over here. No, there's not enough space. It won't fit. I could put it behind. Yeah, that way we won't mess up that berry bush. So let's put it behind. Into the scrub brush. That's not doing me any good, since I can't get anything from it. Yeah, it looks like we got a good space there. Let's get rid of that scrub brush. Oh, got somebody waiting. Waiting for an audience. The neighbor villagers expect you. Okay. I hope that doesn't bite me in the butt later. Oh, somebody over here too. Yeah, that looks like a good trade. I'm gonna do that. Oh, now that is nice and healthy. That is looking good. 621. It's time to get the swords in. So we go here, here, and here. And, well, let's turn it and see what it looks like. Oh, that's not an improvement at all, is it? But it looks like we got all the bases covered, so. And these blue lines look parallel, no choke point. there, so that looks like a good place as any. Now, once that gets built, we'll have to do like we did before and tell them to make swords and then assign somebody to work there. I would actually like to put a female in there as a permanent resident, because if it was a male, I'd be tempted to take him out there later and make a warrior out of him. All right, so let's grab a female. Come on, cursor, where are you hiding? We've almost got it ready. So making and selling swords, if I have to buy the materials they need, is a losing proposition. I cannot come out ahead. All right, so you're going to be making the swords. So I've got to do charcoal, don't I? Because I thought they had to have charcoal. But it doesn't say anything about charcoal, it just says something about the iron. In this case, it's just talking about tools and cloth. Tools and iron. Uh-oh, wait a minute. No, they gotta have coal too. So, that kind of changes things a bit. We've gotta have coal or we'll never have any swords. So that means we've gotta have a coal hut, or a charcoal hut. Now, somehow they're cutting down trees and making coal. I don't know how that works. All right, so this doesn't matter. We can get as close as we want. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of those stones. So remove resource, make our circle smaller, get down there into the rabbit view, and get rid of the stone. Well, I really don't want to get rid of the tree, but oh, okay, cool. Oh, he's going to cut down the tree anyway. Oh, he stopped. All right, so I get out of this again. And see how that works? Once it goes all the way around, the rocks go away. If you're wondering why I don't want to get rid of the tree, it's because when we put this in, these guys harvest their own wood. They don't take the wood out of storage. They have to cut down their own trees. So we kind of need to put them over here to start with. And pay attention to it's got one way in and one way out. Like so. And we can't go back too far or we'll be outside of our territory. So that looks like about the best we can do. But now we need some people to work it. And in that particular case, I would prefer all females. So I won't be tempted to take anybody out of there as a new trooper, new warrior. So, anybody coming? The trader's coming. Kind of sucks that you can't sell anything at a profit. Unless I'm just missing something. Follow a piece of advice from your village. Require provisions. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to start making war rations before too much longer. When I see that, I keep thinking the priest has abandoned us. They don't do that, so. And the only food I'm providing is berries. After all this time, I'm still getting by with berries. I would prefer it to be a little higher, but we'll get by with that. All right, how many females? Oh, wouldn't you know it, it's all males. Every last one of them. Well, I need 3 people anyway, so I'm going to put them to work over here once this is ready. Darn. I'll have to wait until they finally give in and start sending me females. Take those guys out there one at a time. Let's see, what do we got going over here? Oh dear, we got a lot of guys over here too. They all need to be replaced by females at some point. Well, it's probably too soon to be grabbing more males and pigeonholing them until we're ready to make another company of something or other. All right, let's see what we got going now. Castle company's looking good, but they're probably still in mission. No, they're not. Oh, no way. I'm looking at Spear. Yeah, they're still in mission. And they're still in mission. And they're actually taking a little damage. Yeah. Going after that bread, and he's taking a little damage. And I can't send those guys out, those Spear company I just made, until they do this mission first. So there's nothing more I could do there. Now let's see, what did I not do? I did not set up a place to put the coal, did I? No, I didn't. Oh dear. Polished stone. I've only got 2 slots for it, and they're not doing so hot. That second slot might never get used. And I don't have anywhere for them to put this. They have to go cut their own trees. They won't take them out of the storage anywhere, like you might expect. So that's going to mean this area here might actually be too small. Yep, that's what it means. This area is too small. So let's go ahead and let's see, is he actually going to plant? No, he won't plant trees on the rocks. So I might as well go ahead and take this part out. And let's see, I could extend it all the way up to here. All right, let's make that circle a little bit bigger and then right click so we're not hiding anything. Well, let's do this first. Now let's right click. The trees will still kind of hide it because they'll grow over into this space. How did we get a spot there? Let's see, I guess I could go over in this area. Whoops. Well, I'll just go ahead and fill in this whole area. Like so. And then I'll right click here. So maybe this won't be hidden from me because eventually I'm going to want to do something there. And I think I'm going to have to go ahead and provide all this also. So we'll right click and yeah. I guess I could extend it a little bit more that way. But we better right click so we don't hide all this. Because those trees will bleed over into our area. That should be enough. But I still don't have a storage spot for that charcoal. We're already putting the iron over here, so I'll tell you what. We've made this as big as we could possibly make it without building another one. So let's put the charcoal in here. And I know I'm going to need a lot of charcoal. So we'll provide 4 spots for it. Because later on we're going to start making our own tools. And that's really going to put a bind on stuff. And I'll need another one of these too. Oh dear. We're back to bleeding us dry again. Yeah, we just added another structure. So they're going to bleed us. And what can I sell that I'm not already selling? Have we got any bread at all? Oh, we do. We've got enough. Holy Toledo. Now we can open this one. Outstanding. Now they'll sell us fish and all this other stuff we really don't need right now. And they want to buy the pigs and they want to buy the bread from us. And since I don't have any farming, I'll have to keep running that same mission over and over again. Every chance I get. Which is still active. So, it's not showing any bread being collected. Oh man, look at that. I did that, but I didn't do this one. So man, we're really taking a hit on the cop picking wounded. You know what? I want to call them back before this gets any worse. Yeah, abandon your mission, man. You guys are messed up. Alright, and there's still what? At least one combatant is wounded. Oh, so they're not healed up yet. Here they are. Oh, man, there's 3 of them. Wounded, wounded, and wounded on the first mission. Ouch. So I'll have to wait quite a while for that to get fixed. All right, how about the Spear Company? They're armed and they're ready. We just got to take them off of patrol duty. Put them back on mission duty. And then come over here and send them off to the first one, which we've got boxed in. And they're good to go. Hopefully they won't get messed up too much. Well, I may just have to take a bit of a break because there's not much else I could do. This guy can't make any swords unless he has plenty of tools, and we're down to 5. We've got enough of that to keep him going for a while. Ooh, doesn't have any of this yet. The coal. How charcoal turns into coal in this game. Oh, now they do. Now they do. Or she does, I should say. And we do have a storage spot here, right? For swords? Yeah, we do. So we could entertain a sword company. Because she's got swords, 6 swords in there already. Oh, yeah. I think we could pull that off. So let's see. Let's put them next to the barracks. Because the barracks still has... Oh, no, the barracks does not have space. So I need another barracks. So I better do that first. Come over here and make sure it says barracks. And go to room. Might as well stay consistent for now. We do have more options available to us. We even got these tents. I don't know if I want to do that though, just yet. That will hold 8. That one will hold 12. That one will hold 4. I don't see any advantage to doing these. Not yet. I'm not that desperate for cloth barracks and burning up all my cloth. Ooh, that one takes 10 cloth. Ouch. Alright, let's put a barracks in. The roof looks right. Yeah. I think the roof orientation is the same. Alright, so let's go ahead and get it up here. That'll give us 16 more bed spaces. All the prerequisites are met, so, and it says barracks. Boom. So all the checks marks are good. Now, we didn't get you too close, did we? No, it doesn't look like there's a problem there. There's the first dummy for the Castle Company boys. All right, so we still need to install. I might as well click on this one right here and go down to this one. And make sure it says sword encampment. Click there. Otherwise, I may just get another barracks or another piece of the fort. Okay. Oh, I don't have the dummy yet. The sword boys need something to beat on. And I need to turn it around. There we go. Now let's try to square it up. Move it in closer. Yeah, that does look pretty square. So go ahead and build it. So now when we get 5 guys over here, they'll all be sword. Now you don't have to raise these like I do. And so far there has been no advantage to making these taller. You just use up more materials. See there? 4 tools and all planks. So we'll have fewer planks to sell by doing it that way. But right now that's not an issue for us. The tools could become an issue. Oh, we just lost a bunch of tools. And we still don't have enough planks. Oh, she needs one more tool yet. She couldn't carry enough tools, I guess. So it'll be a little while before that is ready to go. But I do believe we've got enough swords, right? Yeah, we've got enough swords. So we could go ahead and, oops, we better check on what the king wants first. King wants more wood from us. All right, I'll go for that. Now I got to go around and find me some guys. Whoops, there's 2 right there. No, that's a female. That's not a guy. This does not belong to him. All right, well, that's one guy. I'll take it off of pause, I guess. Not looking for a female at the moment. But what I could do is leave this on... Oh, I didn't do it fast enough. I was going to leave it on pause, so after I get my 5 guys for my sword company, I would grab her and put her in as a replacement. All right. Well, that's not going to work. Oh, we'll take one of these guys. Try to replace him with a female later. Take one of these. Well, let's take 2 of these guys. We're doing pretty good on wood. Yeah, we've got a bit of a surplus. So taking those 2 guys out there really won't hurt anything. So what does that make? 3 altogether? Figures. That's not catching up. Let's see. Oh, there's a guy over here. Oh, I better not. We're not doing so great. That should be closer to 100. All right, how about over here? I think both of those are females. We need some more females. And up here, there's only 1 guy, and we're doing real good on that. So we got a ton of it in storage over here. So we'll take him too. And I think that was number 5, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. All right, so we're ready now. Oh, it finally did catch up. So we're going to make a sword encampment company. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And they'll have to do, of course, that first mission. And how are the missions doing, by the way? Hey, I thought I recalled you guys. Huh. Now you don't have any wounded? What is up with that? Weird. All right, how about up here? Wait a minute, were we looking? Oh, no, that's right. How about up here? Huh. They never came back? And there's no wounded? Well, if that don't beat all. Alright, see, we got anybody strong enough to do? No, we don't. Bow company, and these brand new guys are still training. And they're not up to full strength, because their numbers should be closer to what these guys got. Yeah. Yeah, they still got issues. Right now, they're not saying wounded, they're saying untrained. Then I could send them on this, and I'll have more fish to offer the traveling salesman. Oh boy. Buying that stuff to make weapons is... But this is looking healthy. They're just slowly but surely bleeding us dry again. Well, that sucks. There's not a lot I can do about it, though. Now, what I could try to do is put more of these torches out on these buildings. So let's go here. And let's see, they were in here, right? There it is, the wall torch. Huh, they won't let us do it. I've already put, I think, all I can get up here. Yep, I've already put out as many as I can. Well, right click and then left click, I guess. There's an improvement we have to do. What would it be? Good question. But I should be focusing on getting some of this beer production, maybe. That would give us more stonemasons. That would be a good investment. It's going to cost me 100, though. Ouch, that hurt. Oh, city fencing. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. That's what I really need to be investing in right here. Or maybe even that, but I don't have the territory for either one of these yet. Alright, let's right click on here. Get that out of my face. No, I can wait on that one. That one would be a good investment. Get that out of my face. We still got 5 left over. Well, that would be a smart investment for now. And, we could go ahead and finish it off, huh? Even though it's not practical to do anything with it right now. Boy, I really need to start that monastery. Boy, I don't know. This one would do me the most good. And that opened up this one. Oh, interesting connection. I'm going to leave it at 500 because I don't want to get below 500 at this stage of the game. Huh. Kind of surprised I couldn't do anything with this. So our sword boys have their swords? Yep. They make a lot of strange noises. See, they kind of stab at it, but they don't actually stab it. And one guy, boy, they sure take a break a lot. I bet you I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to tell me to give these boys seating room. So I need to go here. Then I need to go over here. And give them something to set on. Let's see, 5. Are all these 5? Yeah, all of those are 5. So let's give them the one with the back on it. Now, for some reason, they put the red arrow on there. That doesn't... I can't put it here because that'd be interfering. That red arrow is kind of misleading. Oh, that's right. I can't get that far away from the structure I clicked on. So let's put you right here. Let's turn you in like so. Now let's zoom in. Oh. Boy, getting the thing lined up so I could see is kind of rough. Yeah, that looks pretty square. And I could back it all the way up to like so. No, too far, too far. Then we'll move it closer to the bush. Up too far. Alright. Now that I've got that where I want it, and it's pretty square, I'll hold down my shift key, click on it again, and put one over here. I better scoot over there a little bit so I can see better. And that looks about right. Now let's click on this one. Yeah, I got it a little too close to the planter box, so move it back a little bit. All right, right click out here somewhere, take another look. Let's see, let's spin it around a little bit. Yeah, I got that one a lot closer, didn't I? So let's pull it back out just a wee bit. Right click, and I think that's going to do. The spacing looks pretty good, I think. So we'll go ahead and pay for both of those. Boom. And instant gratification. Look at that. Now they can sit down when they want to take a break. And that gets me up to 27. Not much improvement, huh? Well, they sure like sitting down. After a while, they don't sit down on the benches quite so much. But when you first place them, they love them. They just can't get enough sitting down. All right. Oh, we got a request. Let's see, host a fair? I've only got one food source, so no, that'd be a bad idea. Even though they try to make it sound like it'd be a good idea. All right, now if I remember right, we said over here we were going to put all the charcoal. They don't quite have all 4 slots filled in yet. Well, we're still doing okay there. We haven't picked up any more gems yet. I'm kind of tempted to have 4 of these. But I would want it right there in that spot. Okay, but I think I could get by with 3 for like nearly forever. What I need to do is get me some more females to fill in for those males I took out. Oh dear, they're bleeding me dry again. Yeah, I'm paying more wages, aren't I? And I'm collecting higher taxes, and we're still getting by okay. All right, send me some females this time. Oh, they heard my request. They sent me 2. All right, there's 1. Where'd the other one go? Huh, only got 1 female. All right, where would you be the most valuable? Probably right here. And there's the troops again. And are they actually finished? Mission success? Well, I'll be darned, they are. So how much bread did they come back with? All right, granary right there. Uh-oh. I don't see a spot for bread. I goofed up, didn't I? I didn't make an extension on this building. Okay, and I could slide it in a little bit more, but I like that position right there. I might as well go ahead and do the other one while I'm at it. One way in and one way out. All right, zoom in a little bit here. Ooh, that looks nice and close. Boom. All right, now we can add a slot for bread. And that's one of those things where I'm going to want 2 slots for bread. Eventually that'll come in handy. I've only got one slot for fish? Boy, I messed that up, didn't I? Oh yeah, we want to go ahead and click through all these right quick. Alright, so 2 fish, 2 bread, 2 berries, 1 berry brew. If I remember right, I'm not able to really sell berry brew. Nope, I'm not seeing it. Nobody wants to buy my berry brew. Nope, I guess not. So the berry brew I've already made, I can't do anything with it. Well, that sucks. Now we could double check that by going over here to resources, find the berry brew. I could buy it, but I can't sell it. So until I get somebody that'll actually drink the stuff, it's just taking up space. And that's probably where the commoners come in. They'll drink those little berry wine coolers. So putting this in right now is not doing me any good. I would have to start making beer maybe. Maybe that's what the serfs will drink. So they'll drink the beer. I know the wine is for the citizens. So that would suggest that the only ones that'll drink the beer would start with the serfs. The commoners probably will too, but I'm not so sure about the citizens when we have some. Alright, so how we doing army? That's still not available. How about some more bread? Can we send you guys out again? Yeah, it looks like it. I don't think it's safe to send the boat guys yet. Yeah, we'll just go get some more bread. I wonder if the boat guys would be okay for this mission. 105, 48. Well, what the heck? I'm going to try it. I'm thinking that their might is high enough at 105. So we'll click on them and we'll send them out. They're all full strength. And I won't have anybody for this mission until these guys get done and all healed up and whatnot. And then I'll be able to send my sword guys on that first mission. Try to get their strength up. Alright, so what else are we going to do? Are we going to start making our own tools? That would require 2 structures. And we need to be closer to 600 before we start that. It's kind of interesting, that little detail about these guys always want to cut their own wood. They don't want anyone else providing wood. So they leave here, they go out there, they cut their own wood, and then they turn it into coal somehow. Charcoal is what it should say instead of coal. But I guess whoever designed the game would not agree with that assessment. Alright, we have more options here, so let's see. Oh, we've already done everything we could do. And geez, we've even got this done. We haven't even started the monastery yet. Well, I could move the buildings if I start the monastery pretty much anywhere I can. Like maybe over here in this corner. Oh, is that a female? Hey, that is a female. So let's see. We took guys... Well, we already put a female there. Is this a guy or a female? Oh, it's a guy. I'm going to want to replace him with a female. See, how about over here? There we go. All female crew. That worked for me. And you didn't buy nothing? Huh. Well, I'm not offering the gem. I'm holding on to that. And did I say I would go ahead and sell some coal? Or will anyone buy some coal? Oh, I could. So I need to keep back. Yeah, that's probably enough. And we'll sell the rest. But no, you know what? I'm going to go up to 200 with this. And then we'll sell the rest. We've got a little bit extra. But I know this is a high demand item, so that's about the only other thing I could do. Well, I could increase this though. That way we won't have to worry about running out. But that's something else we need to start making for ourselves. Alright, any more females available? Nope, not yet. And I've got all female crew in there. What am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? Oh, it's wheat, isn't it? Yeah, I've already got bread, but I didn't say anything about wheat. The soldiers won't come back with wheat. But I will need wheat if I ever put it in a farm. And yeah, I better have 3 slots for that. And then I need the next 2 slots for, no, not the milk. I need flour. Oh, they're not offering flour. Yep, they're not offering flour. Not until I actually install a farm. Then it'll show up. Oh, darn, I didn't even see her. Oh, I got this on ×3. No wonder. Okay, they came back with some more bread. And let's see. I don't think it shows up over here right away. I think it goes over here as war rations, doesn't it? Spoils of war? No? Well, so it would have to show up over here right away. The granary. Oh, wow, we've almost got 100 there. And I did say I'm going to sell bread, right? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, why didn't I? Oh, I think I remember now. Trade route. But we've already satisfied that, so the only thing we've got left now is shirts. So, yeah, we should set that up for selling it. So find our bread. Keep back 50. Sell the rest. And that'll help that. It won't be obvious for a little while, but it will help. And we said we were going to keep back 10 fish. I probably should go ahead and lower that, since we've got people that want fish and we're not providing it to our general population yet. We better raise that. Yeah, let's go for 70 right now. Because they're starting to hit us pretty hard. Yeah. I would be more comfortable. In fact, I'll be more comfortable if I raise that even more. Because we're growing our population a little here, a little there. Alright, yeah. I won't be able to really make much difference here until I'm actually fishing. Wheat. I don't think anybody will buy wheat from us if I remember right. Let's see, they'll buy bread, but they don't want to buy the wheat. Yeah, so no use messing with that. Alright, see, milk, cheese, cloth. Oh, that's right. I remember now. I took that off to reduce the pressure here. But I need to start buying it again. And I need to try to buy those again. Oh dear, that might be the only two I can afford to open up right now. I got a feeling that might start going back into the red. Coin tendency. Alright, somebody just bought something. What'd you buy? Bread, figures. Fish, figures. But that gets us up where I need to be safe. Oh, put it on pause. Oh, it's a guy. Darn, I need females. Alright, so now I need to start thinking about cooking my own metal and trying to make bricks out of it. Iron smelter. There we go. Let's zoom in here. Huh, it looks like it's actually made to fit right in there, isn't it? Yeah, that looks like a nearly perfect alignment. I don't think I should get any closer than that, though. Now, once we get that going, I need to keep an eye on some new employees here. Hopefully females. Now, if you're wondering why I'm playing kind of slow, it's because that's how the game is designed to be played. Slow. And if you don't, you're going to meet into lots and lots of problems. Handicaps of all sorts. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this on pause for a bit until we actually get something going here. It's time for me to give this person a break. In fact, I'm going to take him out of there. And the reason why I want to do that is so that this area that we've said for him to replant, we want to take it all away. And if you're wondering, well, geez, why do you want to do that for? Well, this is the only reason why I employed him like I did. It's because I didn't want to run out of wood. But now, look what we got going here. We own all of this territory, and it's heavily wooded. So once they run out over here of all the trees that are grown up and ready to plant, and I'm going to put him over here cutting down those trees, I need a place to put a monastery. I've got all this land over here that's got all these trees on it. So once I get this area cleaned out pretty good, I want to transfer these guys over to here somewhere. And that way they'll go to working on those trees over here. And let's see, we don't know what these rocks contain yet. So let's get our bailiff busy again. Alright, so do we need them to do something like, yeah, let's do this one first. We've got the bread on hand, so, and I really need this monastery guy, this emissary, since I know I can't do anything with this guy for a long, long time. So, oops, we got somebody waiting on us. Oh, we didn't get one of them, dang it. And we got somebody waiting. And he wants to trade wood again. All right, we'll do that. We've got so much of it. And now that we've got plenty of coin to work with, we really should think about who we got working where. Well, we didn't get both of them, but we got one of them anyway. So this one, I think I'm going to want to move it at some point. After I move all these woodcutter camps, probably back in here somewhere. Something else I should demonstrate. I got a camp here. It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. And I want it over here somewhere. I can't get it up against the rocks, but I get real close. And notice it's saying, wait a minute, that's too far away. In fact, that looks like a better fit that way, doesn't it? Yeah. The reason why it says is because I haven't moved the other parts. Now, once I move all the other parts, then it's not too far away anymore. Wait a minute. How did I get back in the back already? I want it probably like that right there. Yeah, that's a good spot. And then we've got these other parts to move. Yeah, that looks pretty safe. And see how this one turns red? Now, normally you have to get it, click on a corner post, because you don't, it probably won't allow you to move it. Kind of weird that way. That looks like a pretty good fit. And that will probably be a permanent installation. Now, there's 4 parts, so it's going to cost me 4 gold. Now, the other thing I need to move is probably this. So we'll move it around the corner here. Because that's where there are some berries. Go ahead and point it towards the berries, I guess. Move it back a little bit. And pay the 1 gold. And this one here should be moved. Okay, where can we find some berries that we can actually get to? We can't get to none of those. Those on the borderline, they don't count either. Back here. So let's go ahead and put it right there. Now, I've already built this back here and this. But that'll keep him busy. All right, mission success. Now remember, they don't want to be too far from housing. But I still have the original problem. They just won't finish the housing that I've already authorized. Now I'll go ahead and try to get one more right in here for now, even though I'll end up moving it later. And let's see, can we get one right in here? Don't seem like it. They still will not build more housing. I probably should try to get close to the border and this tower. Like so. Now, most of them are going to start working out here, most likely, so I'm going to go ahead and I went ahead and authorized 2 spots for the build house. And once again, they just won't do it. What is wrong with this game? So, it doesn't do me any good for them to tell me that we don't have enough housing when they won't do anything about it. I mean, that's a pretty asinine, isn't it? All right, we can hide you in here for now. Until we get around to making another company. I don't seem to be able to fix that either. But I do have an opportunity to decide what territory I'm going to buy. Otherwise, I'm going to end up earning coins I can't spend. So I'm thinking, where would I want to put a monastery? Well, one thing's for sure, I want to buy some land. We'll buy that one. And then we'll buy this one here if it'll let me. Oh, my computer's crunching numbers or something again. if it ever finishes crunching those numbers. I hate it when the game does this, locks up. Finally. Oh, cancel that idea. Alright, let's see. How much have I got now? I've got $6.94. I've already bought this. I've already bought that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy that now. Now, let's see. Can we put in some fishing? Yeah, there's some spot right there. That's inside my new territory. Oh, there's another spot. And another spot. Oh, that was a good purchase. Very good purchase. So let's put our first one, see, drumstick, and there it is. Let's see if we can get you right in there. What I'm looking at, you see that, what would you call that, driftwood? And also we got a clump of scrub brush. It seemed like the game was saying, hey, if you want to put in a fishing spot, here's 2 good spots. All right, I can put it there, and I can put it there. And I can back it up quite a ways. So I'll put it right there. And until the fisherman quits, because they have to go so far to get to a place to live. Because, you know, they will quit after a while. They'll get ticked off. So I'm going to go ahead and put another one in. See, it tells you where the fish are. So let's put one, get this right there in that scrub brush area. Okay, we got to get the fish basket right here, this fish net, get it over the water. And we can't go too deep. So right in there would be a good spot for it. I want to go ahead and put in another one, because this is where we're going to start feeding our people, so they're not eating berries all the time. Looks like that's the spot for it. Of course, my builders have to travel like forever, even on land I don't own. Huh, she went all the way over there to get back to the road. Sometimes the things that they do for pathing seems a little weird. And the other thing I'm finding a little aggravating is that they won't build any more houses. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Now that we've got things moved around a bit, and I will be putting more buildings in here. Let's put the monastery, or at least start the monastery. Let's see, we got land we own over here, and it's right there on the main road. And we own land over here. Let's put the monastery back here. I've been aching to get that started. So we've got to start off with a monk dorm. See, I think the biggest one is still here, isn't it? 5, 2, 10, 5, 15, 4. Yeah, that's the biggest one. And let's put it right about there. Now, where is the window? If I remember right, this only has one window, yeah. So we want to rotate this. Because later on we'll probably put some stained glass there. Back it off the road a little bit. Now we need a door. And with a door, they're happy. Now this one provides splendor. So let's go ahead and put that one there. And as usual, I gotta turn it around so that we can put the dot on this, fill in the circle there. Boom. And we can start building. Now my next construction project is I click here first, then I click over here, and then I gotta say what I want to do. Well, I'm going to do what they call a free build. And the free build is so I can have one of these passageway. And then I could change what we're going to do with it later. But I'm going to rotate it so it's kind of lengthwise. and then match it up. Now, if that was working right, it went into the very first slot because everything's got almost a double circle. Well, actually, there's a double circle in the back there. All right. Now we'll do it again, but this time we'll click off the free build. And we want to put in nun dorms. And of course, we'll use the same building again. And where's the window? There it is. All right, so now now you see how it's got like double circles there? You want the very first one if possible, so that you can make this an enclosure if you want. Now, we've probably used up all of our tools. Let's see, there's 6 there, 3 there, that makes 9 already, and another 4. So we're going to have 1 tool left over, huh? Well, that'll get us started, but I also want to give the nuns their own door. And we want to use a fancy one. And of course, we've got to rotate it. Now we want to zoom in a little bit. Because see, we got that double circle thing again. Make sure we get the first circle. And apply. And that's going to cost me... Oh, 6? It must be counting both parts of the building. Now it says 15. So maybe it's everything. Alright, so it says Nun's Dorm, Free Build, and Monk's Dorm. So we got a good beginning there. We'll just have to wait until they can get it all done. And then the first thing I want to do is I want to install honey. Get some honey in there, because that's a real good sales item. Alright, do we have any open slots here anywhere? No, looks like we're pretty well maxed out everything. And nobody's left yet. But I know from the game, I have to go do this from time to time just to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Alright, so let's get our first female fishing person. Let's start it. Alright, what do we have in the way of fish? She's got a long walk to come bring us some fish. Oh, they don't have any fish? Are we selling all of our fish? Huh, even the 5 are missing. Alright, so we want to increase this to about 100 or so. Our population is almost 100. And since they only eat 1 berry, 1 fish at a time, and bread, well, I'm going to go ahead and bring that up to 100, even though I'm not going to provide it to the general public yet. Eventually, we'll do the same thing with cheese, so... Whoops. Don't need to go that high right now. That's good enough, close enough. Okay, now we're going to have to do the same thing with the meat, so we might as well get it set up. And boar, we probably never will have 100, but we'll set it up close enough. Now, vegetables, berries, honey are things that you can do at the monastery. Herbs. So we'll go ahead and get these set up. Oh, I don't seem to have very good reflexes at my age. All right. Now, of course, we don't have anything to sell in those areas yet. And I think that's getting pretty well. The war rations. Eventually, well, that's right. They're not going to let us buy or sell those, so that probably doesn't matter. Okay, we're ready. We've got things set up in the right direction. But I need some more fishermen. So I might as well put this on pause. Oh, wait a minute. We've been doing this for a good 2 hours. You know what? We better call this good for now. So be well until next time.